The city recently bought the 1.3-acre area and empty store that faces Broadway to expand Horton Plaza Park. A facelift that will include an amphitheater, complete with food and sitting areas, a massive portable movie screen for free movies at night, and a farmers market style area for vendors. But the idea of transforming San Diego's downtown into a people-friendly place began 4 decades ago with former Mayor Pete Wilson. Joining me is with a bit of Horton Plaza's history is growth and development reporter Roger Showley of the UT San Diego. Thanks so much, Roger, for being here.
Good to be here.
Now, you've lived here all your life. I grew up here as well, but you've seen a lot more changes. Tell us what downtown was like when you were growing up, say about the 50s?
Yeah, when I was in my, I was 10 years old or so in the 50s, and I remember Horton Plaza because that was where I would stop on the way to my piano lessons. And I'd stop up at Horton Plaza on the bus. I'd change buses and go up to Hillcrest where my teacher was. So I didn't think anything of it, that it was a nice place to be and fun, and there was underground restrooms I used, and there was a little information stand that people go in. If you wanted a map or some information, you could go up there. And I would go to a pizza place and get a 15-cent piece of pizza or a bag of nuts or something. So I had a good time in downtown.
You were a kid. There was I think you were saying the stores back then, Marston,
right,
or
Walker
other.
Scott, and it was the center of San Diego. It was where everybody did the business, and we all got dressed up. We went downtown to Marston's for the tea room. Banana cream pie or whatever we had in those days.
Yeah, so good place for kids. But then Horton Plaza became a park back in 1870, and then 100 years later, fast forward to 1971, when Mayor Pete Wilson became the mayor. What happened then? 100 years later, what was it like in the early 1970s?
By the 1970s, what had happened was the Mission Valley Shopping Center, all the other shopping centers in San Diego had opened. They'd sucked all the retail out of downtown. Many businesses had moved their headquarters out. People were living in the suburbs, and so downtown was not as important as it was. And as a result, into this vacuum came X-rated bookstores and seedy bars, and south of Broadway was not a place to be in those days.
Tattoo parlors, I think my
parlors,
mother warned me about those. Pete Wilson talked to KPBS back in a few years ago, 2006, I think, about downtown and the potential he saw in it. Let's listen to what he had to say.
Could have fired a cannon down Broadway at 5 minutes past 5, and the old joke was you wouldn't have hit anybody who wasn't staggering. But it was an undeveloped resource that had enormous potential. I would take people who were visitors to the city up to the top of what tall buildings there were then. They'd look down on grade level parking lots, they'd look down on the tattoo parlors, they'd look down on the saloons, and they'd say, well, this is potentially some of the most valuable real estate in North America.
So he was hearing from people about the condition back then, and he was able to parlay this vision into a reality. How was he able to do that?
Well, he did it through redevelopment, and we've had much news in the last year about the end of redevelopment, and what that was taking property taxes and applying them to public improvements in the downtown area. And so they spent $40 million acquiring the Horton Plaza Shopping Center parcel, sold it to the developer Ernest Hahn, and he built the shopping center. Then after that came the trolley, San Diego trolley was built, and then came the Gaslamp Quarter restoration, and then the convention center, and then Petco Park.
But there was a hiccup early on because of Prop 13, right? What happened? It took a while to get that shopping center.
Yeah, from 1972 to 85, it took for the project to be completed. And the reason why Proposition 13 was important was because the property taxes were changed. As you remember, they capped the property taxes, and there was not as much money available to do redevelopment. So there was a huge change in the business plan for Horton Plaza. It took a few years for that to be done, and that's what happened.
Some critics of this new park, and there's been critics all along the way with the gas lamp and with the shopping center, but critics nowadays say, look, this amphitheater is just going to provide more places for homeless in downtown San Diego. What's sort of being done, or if anything, to sort of address that issue?
Well, the genius of the plan is instead of having the police be responsible for the keeping safe and order in the plaza, it'll be Westfield itself. Under this 25-year plan, they're required to provide at least 200 special events a year in the park. And as you said earlier, they're going to have farmers markets. They may have a movie. They may have concerts. They're going to have speakers. All sorts of activities related to the shopping center, the stores, as well as other community groups. So if you go down there at any given time between, I don't know, noon and 10 p.m., there ought to be something going on every single day of the year in Horton Plaza. And if that happens, then the homeless, they may be there, but they will be outnumbered by the other people who are in the area.
And Westfield Shopping Center, who owns the rest of that's attached to the park, they're responsible for
maintaining and managing the park.
I've had experience with them. They will manage it very, very carefully. We are out of time, so Roger Showley of UT San Diego, thanks so much for
Glad to be here.
Us.